Hi, my name's Aleks, and I'm a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I've been training for about 4 years right now, and it's got me hooked. To me, confidence, to be honest with you, it's not something that goes through my mind. For me, it has to do with preparation. You're either prepared or you're not. When you go into a match, for example, I can usually tell, even before I step on the mat, if I will lose or I will win. Why? Did I prepare enough? If I didn't prepare enough for this match, game over. However, if I did, I know I have it. Who's been one of my biggest mentors in my life? This question is going to sound terrible, but me. At the end of the day, when you go ask somebody, it's not that person who goes up to you and starts telling you all of their secrets or their wisdom, shares their wisdom with you or anything like that. It's you who has to go to them and ask them for wisdom. And it's never only one person, it's always a bunch of people, or it's your own research that you do. It's not somebody who drags you into the gym to go lift, 200 pounds of whatever. It's you who's getting up in the morning, going to training, waking up at 6 a.m. to get to Toronto for training. It's you who stays up late afterwards to get some extra drills in. It's you who does all of those things. It's you who has to reflect at the end of the day in terms of what you did wrong and learn from that. So I don't mean to put anybody down when I say this, but it's me at the end of the day who has to learn the lessons that I need to learn. And any information that I seek out in terms of that, that's me actively seeking out and not waiting for somebody to come to me. So one of my most favorite inspirational quotes comes from soccer player Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So what he says is, if you want me to be the bad guy, I can be the bad guy. If you want me to be the good guy, I can be the good guy. But I have no problem being both. Because when you're the bad guy, you really know what people think about you. Because if they say they like you, you really don't know if they like you. But if they say they hate you, oh, trust me, they hate you. And the most fun activity that you can do from this is make these haters into your fans. So if I feel defeated, I don't feel bad about it. I get mad about it. I'm like, I should have done this better. I should have done that better. Again, it goes back to the whole thing of, did you prepare enough for this? Sometimes you're just having a bad day. Sometimes your fingers hurt, or sometimes you're injured, sometimes this, sometimes that. You can pile up the excuses left, right, and center, and at the end of the day, you can't beat yourself up about it. Why is that? Because if you're beating yourself up about it, you're gonna start missing practice. You're gonna stop competing. You don't want to train anymore. I don't wanna train because they beat me and they're gonna beat me again. I don't wanna train because they tapped me 6 times. I don't wanna train because, so what? So what if they, I go to Toronto to train. I get beaten up by girls like teenagers, like 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, 18-year-olds. And I'm like, again, let's go again. Let's go again. Let's go again. You don't do it out of force, but there's something that they have in their technique, considering the fact that they have trained the sport for 8 to 10 years since they were young versus you who's only trained for a few years, right? And it's like, what information can I extract from this? What data can I take out from this to improve my game, right? For example, I have to go to Toronto in order to get girls to train with. At my gym, we have phenomenal women who train, phenomenal, super strong, super technical, everything. They're at the top. But I need something more because I've gotten used to their patterns. I go to Toronto to train there because they've got a variety of people that I can train with. In June, I went to the IBJJF World Championships. This is like FIFA for IBJJF. I mean, for FIFA for soccer, and for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it's you go to the pyramid in LA, you train, best of the best in the world come to compete. What did I have to do in order to prepare for that? I went to Brazil to train for about 2.5 months, where I got beaten up every day, trained 3 times a day. You put in the work. There is no such thing as dragging your feet and being defeated. Feel bad for yourself for 2 seconds, pick up your shoes, move on. Tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow you have to go back to training. That's it at the end of the day.